What if I told you that I learned way more about business by playing video games than I ever did by going to business school? Which is why I'm going to show you 5 things that I learned about running my companies, not by going to college, but actually by playing Grand Theft Auto. In the beautiful city of Los Santos, you slowly begin to think differently about the world around you, especially when it comes to finances, because there are 1,000 different ways to make money. You can do any number of jobs and start all kinds of businesses. You can manufacture weapons and sell them to totally law-abiding citizens, probably. If you want to jack cars and resell them, you can do that. If you want to provide security for VIPs or become a hitman, you can do that too. My point is that income opportunities are infinite, and as soon as I realized it's exactly the same in the real world, everything changed for me. There are an endless number of things you can do to make money. Just don't be that guy that comments my video saying you became a professional crackhead. Obviously, don't do illegal stuff, you jabronis.
Jabroni, J-A-B-R-O-N-I-X-Y-Z-A-B-C. Oh, it doesn't matter how you spell jabroni.
You just need to figure out what you enjoy and what makes good money. For me, I actually decided to quit my job as an accountant and start my own mortgage brokerage business, and it was one of the best decisions that I have ever made. I think people overcomplicate things and they think that they need to reinvent the wheel, and that's really just not true. There's a massive shortage, especially in blue-collar work, where you can easily get an apprenticeship, learn the trade, and then start your own shop. And to be honest, that's one of the last things the robots are going to take from us anyway. Another thing that I quickly learned when I was playing GTA is how to effectively leverage my time with high-dollar activities rather than low-dollar activities. There's a lot of options to choose from in GTA, but what is the next right move that will maximize my profits? So I tested out different sources of income and I figured out what works best for me. For example, if you clock people in the face for an hour straight,
Oh, God.
I believe I can fly.
Double kill.
you might end up with about $3,000. But if you held up a bunch of convenience stores,
You're going to buy something? Yes? Oh no, not again! I swear this happens at least once a week. That's all I have. I hope you sleep well tonight. I really need to get insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could...
you might make around $30,000 over the course of an hour. So you see how you can leverage your time better by knocking off convenience stores compared to mugging random people on the streets. Personally, I'm always a sucker for the vehicle cargo missions. They pay well, they don't take very long, and they're decently fun to grind. But on the flip side, I think any of the motorcycle club missions are usually pretty garbage because when it's time to sell, they throw you in this giant UPS truck that has a maximum speed of like 4 miles an hour, and then you have to drive all over the friggin' map. So it ends up taking like 20 minutes just to offload your product. And it's super boring, so no thanks. They still might pay well, but if you think about how much time it takes, it's actually not a high-dollar activity per minute. So I had to figure out what activities in my business actually brought me the most impactful results. In my business, I realized that selling and marketing brought me more revenue than most other tasks that I could do. So I started blocking off my schedule in the mornings to make sure that I was getting the things done that related to sales and marketing to basically guarantee that I was leveraging my time with high-income activities. This has been a game changer for me and has made me much more productive and a lot more profitable. And if you leverage your time correctly, the last tip is going to change everything for you, so make sure and stick around to the end. The next lesson is about something called product line extension. Don't worry, I'll explain what that means in just a second. But once my vehicle cargo business was crushing it, I started running into timing issues where I couldn't launch another mission of the same variety. So I decided to look for another business to complement that income. I settled on a gun running operation because it basically just made the product while I was out and about, and all I had to do was check in periodically to resupply it and then sell it when it was ready. And the paydays are pretty nice too, which got me thinking. Is there another product or service that is closely related to the first problem that I'm solving for my clients that would actually help increase my profit per customer? Since I was already a mortgage broker, I thought about what else does someone need when they're buying a home, and then it hit me. I can also offer insurance services to my clients to make the process easier on them, solve more of their problems, and even generate more revenue. So that's what I did. I literally jacked the blueprint straight from GTA and I added another business to my portfolio. And that's exactly what product line extension is. It's basically when you develop a new product that's similar to one that you already have that complement each other. And for the record, business school never taught me anything close to this valuable. The next lesson is a really important lesson for everyone. After I started making some decent money in GTA, I found myself acting like a pothead in a fast food drive-thru.
Hey, give me one of everything.
I wanted to buy a sick ride, a tank. And of course the Vigilante, aka the Batmobile, because who doesn't want an armored car that can shoot missiles and yoink cars to their inevitable death?
No, don't do it.
But when I took a second to think about how I could actually use these things to make more money, most of the stuff that I wanted to buy didn't really make any sense anymore. So what things could I buy that would actually make me more money? Some businesses can definitely be nice assets to purchase. And if you haven't noticed, Los Santos is huge, so having something to get you from point A to point B quickly could definitely help you make more money. So vehicles like the Buzzard Attack Chopper in the early game and the Oppressor Mark II in the mid game I found to be super helpful in getting me around the map. And of course, the most obvious thing we could buy would be acquiring new businesses like the nightclub or even the agency, because they can be massive for income growth because they open the door to high income producing activities. So I decided to apply this exact same concept to my life, especially my businesses. So I put a massive importance on spending money on things that would produce more income, like doubling down on my marketing efforts and investing in myself by going to conferences and trainings and acquiring assets like real estate. The growth that I've seen from this shift has been incredible, and I highly recommend that you take a look at your own finances and try to shift as many dollars as you possibly can to investing and acquiring more things that will actually help you make more money.
Yeah, more money.
So even if you don't own a business, these concepts can still apply to your personal finances as well. And finally, for our last lesson, and arguably the most important thing that I learned from GTA that business school never even mentioned to me, is about hiring out what takes up your time or buying your time back. This definitely applies to business owners, but it can even apply to people who just have regular jobs. What I noticed in GTA is that some businesses like the motorcycle club, the bunker, and the nightclub could all acquire product for you while you were doing other things like putting it all on black. GTA gives you the option to either go get the supplies on your own, which takes time, or you can just pay someone to resupply the stock for you. And I must have chosen to pay for the resupply 100 times before it actually clicked in my head that I could apply this exact same tactic in my life as well. I just needed to analyze where I was spending my time when I wasn't doing key income producing activities and then hire those tasks out. So that's exactly what I did. I hired some wonderful people to come help me on my operations side of my business to free me back up so I can go do what I do best. What's counterintuitive is sometimes when you spend money, it actually causes you to make more money if it's spent correctly. Even if you don't have a business, you could hire out things around the house like grocery shopping, cleaning, and mowing the lawn so you get more time to be with your family, or so you have extra time to spend on improving your skills or even to start that side hustle up. But I hope I've given you some valuable lessons that you can use to level up your financial XP in real life by playing video games that you won't learn in business school. And if you like this video, be sure to check out my other video where I learned to build $1 million business by playing Fortnite right over here.